What is happening, guys? Martin Martin is back again. You know where we are, guys. So let's get into it. So, guys, fragrance of the day, or fragrance I was rocking actually yesterday, but today wouldn't have been applicable to been wearing it. But that being said, though, guys, fragrance of the day came from this bad boy here, as you know, and this is Jean Paul Ultramal. Okay, guys, so this fragrance, for those that know, I've done comparison videos with the original and this fragrance. I don't believe necessarily the two are connected from the original Jean Paul. This one to me is, I would say, more of, I know people to refer to it as a clubbing fragrance and things of that nature. It's more of a fun time type of fragrance, and probably a bit more of a youthful type of fragrance. It's not one I'd recommend that you wear really in an office setting, definitely not. This is probably party time. This is probably along the lines more of Invictus, along that sort of like maybe summer holiday type of vibe, evening, fun, sporty, fresh. It's one of those fragrances which is quite sweet. So if you don't like sweet fragrances, this one ain't for you. But for those that do and those that want to get down and dirty with this type of fragrance, guys, this one, guys, has bergamot, pear, and it's got in Fragrantica again in the top notes. Mint, I believe there's some cinnamon in there, which I believe it's so. Lavender, as well as some form of citrus, which it is saying is in the top notes. Lemon. Then we get into the mids with it has a clary sage, cinnamon. Yes, definitely some cinnamon in this one. And then it's also saying that we have in the base some vanilla, some amber, some cedar, and also some I think it's saying patchouli. So for me, guys, I mean, this is the classic bottle anyway. There's nothing really to write home about for the classic bottle. This, I believe, was a 75 ml, and again, I purchased it probably around about on sale, probably around £45 or so, which is not too bad. Sprayer, see the amount of juice on there. So for me, guys, you get a blast of this type of, to me, it smells like juicy fruit. That's the way I can describe it. Now, if you were to, I don't know if you could overspray, but if you were to overspray this one, it could smell probably a little bit chlorine. In the high heat, this probably wouldn't be appropriate, because I think the sweetness, you do get a pear note, and I know there's some been reviews. I know Jeremy Fragrance has done his reviews on it as well, and ladies seem to like the pear note. I personally not done a ladies review reaction on this one yet, and I think I will do shortly. But for me, guys, the pear note is one of the most prominent ones. Maybe a little bit of the amber. I don't really pick up on that much by way of vanilla on this one, because the pear note's so overpowering. I don't think tonka's noted on there, but I think maybe in the base there might be some tonka, or it's the amber that I'm picking up on. I'm not too sure, but it does smell, if you imagine like fruit punch, that's probably the best way to describe this one. Fruit punch, pear, maybe like a bit of a spearmint type of smell as well. It's not bad. I mean, I was wearing this and it wasn't necessarily in the high heat at all. This was relatively mild weather, I'd say, for the UK anyway. And that being said, guys, I was easily getting about 4 hours on this one. I sprayed some of my clothes. I could still smell it in the afternoon and sprayed it in the morning, probably around about midday or so, 11 to 12 o'clock. And I still actually could smell it around about 4 or 5. It settles down, though, don't get me wrong. The opening is a blast of this type of juicy fruit type of smell. If you'd imagine fruit punch, like a red glass of fruit punch, that's what it smells like in the opening. It's loud, it's in your face, it's fun, and then it starts to die down a little bit. And again, it becomes a little bit more reserved. Now, it doesn't become reserved like the original Jean Paul. That one doesn't really seem to, this doesn't have that barbershop smell to me, I would say. And again, even the other one that's just been released, I think it's called Le Beau. Let me have a quick look. I believe it is called Le Beau, but let's have a check. Le Beau. Jean Paul Gaultier. Yes. So that one, I've actually smelled that one. I probably will do a review on it, and there is a definite coconut vibe in that one. There's nothing like this at all. That one, apparently the note breakdown on that is relatively straightforward. I think it's only got 3 ingredients now when I looked on Fragrantica, and that one actually has bergamot, coconut, and tonka bean. Now, as I say, I'm not sure if there is tonka bean in this one. If it's either tonka bean or maybe with the amber, but to me there is a level of sweetness, which again is not quite. I'm not quite clear what that's coming from. But the pear is the keynote on this one, guys. But that was my scent of the day, easily getting me about 4 hours in this one. It's not one that's recommended for the high heat, because it might be a little bit too much. If you really want to stand out, it could become slightly offensive. If you're gonna wear this one, guys, I'd probably suggest you wear this one in the evening. It is a clubbing fragrance. It's definitely a youthful fragrance. I don't think this would necessarily go down very well for maybe if you want to have more of the mature vibe, it wouldn't really work in comparison to the original fragrance. That being said, though, guys, I've worn the original version of Jean Paul. I've had so many compliments with that one. Women seem to like that masculine type of barbershop smell, which you can't deny. And the vanilla in that one seems to be more prominent than I think in this one. And that one cuts through the cold heat, the high heat, whatever you want to call it. That old version, that old style version, I know it's been reformulated, but that one seems to be boom. But this one is good. There's nothing wrong with it. There's nothing wrong with it. I'd recommend it. If you can go and get your hands on this one, maybe get a sample of it. Let me know what you guys think. But that was my scent of the day. This was a Jean Paul. This was Old Tomal. And this one, guys, was, again, not bad for what it was. 75 mil. I didn't pay too much for it. But you can see how much juice I have in there. I don't know. I think you can see it now. Okay, guys, so that being said, Mate Martinez back again. Thank you for the comments, like, and subscriptions. We'll keep it going. I hope to bring you guys some reviews very shortly. And for those people who are out in Poland, I will be there. And hopefully I can get some reviews from people from all over the world. But that being said, Polish, I'm going to try and get out there. As I say, we get some of that pierogi, try some of that out there. And we have to see how it goes, guys, practicing some of this Polish dziękuję. And that's all I know. Okay, guys, thank you very much. Mate Martinez back again, and I'll see you guys soon. Ciao.